Hello, everybody, and welcome to Electric City Sentai Denzicaster, your weekly look into the wonderful world of Tokusatsu, right here on Geek, Carolina. I'm your host, Mike, and this week I'm joined by...
Joe Gibkins' homeboy, Josh, also from Chopsaki Cinema. Woo woo! Good to be back, Internet.
I'm Dave.
They saw you last Friday.
And I look over, I'm like, yeah, and it's good to be back, Mike.
So, anywho... You'll have to forgive Josh. He's in RPG mode at the moment because we're getting ready to tape here in the next couple of days the L5R Test of the Topaz Championship for...
It's going to be dope.
For Rage Quit Radio. Josh is going to be part of our cast for that. So our first role-playing game on Rage Quit Radio. So today, we decided to break from tradition. Typically... we break this out if it's just me and Josh here. But Josh made the remark, well, since we're both here and no one else has shown up yet except Dave, are we going to watch it? And I said, yes, I suppose we are. And so we have watched episodes, what were they?
Sand?
Episodes 11 and 12 of Johnny Sako and his flying robot. Just so you guys at home know what we're looking at. Episode 11 was the terrifying sand creature. The underground office of the South Pole branch of Unicorn is buried in red sand, which has started to gush out in the ice field. As the communications are cut off, Commander Izuma sends Johnny Sako there to see what happened. Suddenly captured by guillotine, Johnny is forced to order Giant Robot to fly into the sun. And then episode 12 is Amberon, the synthetic monster, where Unicorn members locate the secret headquarters of the Japanese branch of Gargoyle. They attack the house and arrest Dr. Botanus by taking the blue star-shaped medal on his chest, the source of his magical powers, which up to this point he has not had. But a man-sized monster named Amberon releases Botanus and then starts to grow and grow and grow. So...
Yaman Rastasaurus.
Yeah. So, as you know, Johnny Sako has started to win over Josh and myself. I suppose you could say not unlike someone suffering from Stockholm Syndrome. But seriously, it has started to win both of us over.
We are... because I personally am a big fan of young Mr. Sako.
Okay, I'd just like to go on record saying that my sweatshirt is a sweatshirt that I got from Star Trek, I think .com. It's the Starfleet Academy little logo. And since Starfleet stands for acceptance, perseverance, exploration, infinite diversity, and infinite combinations, I'm going to rip this fucking show an asshole. I can't wear that shit.
So, Dave, on the other hand, has not seen any of this show yet, and I doubt ever will again.
20% of my mad right now is going to be directed this way for making me watch it.
So... we'll start off on a positive note. Josh, what did we like about these couple episodes?
I have to say, a high point for me was definitely Amberon, or as I call him, Rastasaurus.
Yeah, or I liked either Rastazilla or Godzillamon.
Godzillamon.
Of course, that makes him sound more like a Digimon. But anyway, either way. So that was the high point. Anything else you liked in this couple episodes?
Generally the stuff that I've liked about the series so far, which is the really on-point miniature work, especially for the 60s. Mm-hmm. I give them props for making an Antarctic fortress set.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did look like a fun toy place. Even I did like that. I mean, I'm 40, it makes me want to play with toys again. So,
I will say, this show was made in 1967. So... looking at it through those eyes, because watching it on a high-definition 55-inch TV does it zero favors. I will say that you can tell the miniatures work is actually quite good. I thought the monster designs for this pair of episodes were actually very good. Those were a high point for me. And then beyond that, I liked a lot of the Arctic set. It's on par with anything Star Trek was doing in '67, which is a contemporary of this show. I mean, it's the same time frame and same basic genre, science fiction. Dave, were there any redeeming qualities to the last 40 minutes that you just spent watching this show.
Well, I liked the special. I mean, the special effects for what it was okay. The models, I like the matte painting. I know you said that kind of pains you, but to me, I like those
of the robot hangar. Yeah,
right. Because I remember in the old Star Trek how the scopes of the cities and the planets were always painted.
I like it because it is kind of a throwback to like the old like Ray Harryhausen like sci-fi where they have like the big map.
Right.
Basically, less is more, where you have a very tiny room but a very expansive backdrop.
To be fair, it's not the fact that it is a matte painting that I didn't care for. It's the quality of the matte painting that I didn't care for.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to have the giant robot as a character, maybe don't matte paint the giant robot. Do the room and then have the matte robot stand there. I
mean, there are other camera tricks to do that.
Right.
You could have matte painted the background and then done a little foreshortening and had him in the foreground. But anything else that you liked?
The costumes, the props, everything about this screams go by the kit at this toy store. Mm-hmm. I liked it. I'm not a big fan of blue ascots, but the uniforms were kind of neat beyond that.
Okay. What's your view on visors?
Visors! Okay, so if you're gonna have a motorcycle helmet that has a visor, maybe you ought to activate the visor. It'll keep sand out of your face. It will protect you from, I don't know, glare shots and other things coming for your face. What's the point of having a helmet with a visor if you don't wear it? I mean, they gun-butt one kid in the back of the head while he was wearing a helmet, so obviously they're not worth a damn.
I probably, for the first time ever on Denzicaster, should have issued a volume warning for this episode. We have a microphone here, as you can see, and Dave's going to get loud.
So it won't happen.
Vulgar.
Yeah, this is not going to be the most family-friendly episode we've ever done.
But visors. Engage them. Or what's the point?
Live them. Love them. Use them.
They'll save your eyes.
Overall, myself, I'll hit the things I didn't care for in this batch episodes. And we're going to let Dave go last because he's going to kill the rest of the half hour.
I did like one thing. For a minute there, I was like, how do the bad guys know who they are? But they had these little star badges that said U7, U3. So they had name tags. I thought that was helpful.
Yeah.
Another thing is you didn't get it as much in these two episodes, but the Gargoyle Gang's intel game is super on point.
Yeah, their intelligence division is far better than Unicorn's in every way, and Unicorn is the espionage intelligence agency.
And nobody was better than Spider, according to a hashtag. Not my lieutenant, never my lieutenant. Okay, moving on.
Harlequin was okay. Destro was okay. I mean, as villains, Space Mind Flayer, I didn't really.
Space Emperor Guillotine.
Yes.
I'm just saying. Couple of drow with some crossbow bolts could take this problem out.
So, stuff I didn't care for, like I said, I did not necessarily care for the matte painting they used in this episode, just because the robot itself was part of the matte painting, which I didn't care for. Matte paintings, anyone that's been watching Denzi Blitz and has been seeing me go through Space Sheriff Scheider and before that Space Sheriff Gavin, by the way, buy the t-shirt at Geek Carolina Cafe Press. Or his. Hashtag Sincere Shell and Fist.
Keeping it real?
Okay. Or mine.
Or, yes.
It's just State Star Anime and it's about to get awkward.
Yes. Although this show's going to get awkward as soon as we let him start talking again. So, the matte paintings in Tokusatsu have a place and they're really, really good. And the quality of the matte painting, I shouldn't even say the quality was bad because the quality was good. And even the compositing was pretty good. It was just the fact that the bloody robot was part of the matte painting that I didn't care for. There are practical in-camera techniques that could have been used.
Yeah, it does really snap you out of any sense of realism.
Yeah. And it's even different using matte paintings in this kind of show, it's even different if you use the matte painting as a flashback, because that's another trick you see, and it's not really a matte painting at that point, it's just a painting. But some Tokusatsu shows, in order to show flashbacks to previous times of war or
to show kind of a difference between the show.
They'll use paintings or artwork for that, and that works fine too, because it's someone's recollection. So this is how they remember it. It's not necessarily how it was. But just the way they executed it here didn't set overly well with me. This is a show that has done this, kind of run hot and cold with its plots, because sometimes the bad guys have a great master plan that actually seems like a real supervillain plan. Other times they just want to build cities made of gold. And in these 2 episodes, they really didn't even want to do that. I didn't catch a plot.
I caught more of a plot in the Amberon episode than the previous one, where they actually had kind of a Trojan horse thing with the stone body that was actually like the egg for the monster.
Well, that was Amberon.
That's Amberon. Yeah, that's what he's talking about. That's actually more of a plot. And that's not bad. I actually, that was okay.
Yeah, these 2 episodes were like, let's kill Unicorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's lure them to Antarctica and then make the kid throw away the robot.
Yeah. Although I have to say, the sand, I will say that I really liked the idea of the intelligent sand monster in the Arctic. Now, when he becomes the intelligent topsoil monster in Tokyo, it just didn't quite work for me. And I say that because it visibly looked different. It didn't look like sand anymore.
The ferocious fertilizer monster.
Yeah, and it crap looked like Miracle Grow. So, Josh, anything that you didn't care for in these episodes?
Really, the one, even though, I am a fan of the series, the one thing that I constantly have issues with is mainly the dubbing. But especially for one character in particular, is the Chief.
The Chief is horrible.
The Chief is quite possibly one of the least, charismatic commanders I've ever seen in a tokusatsu show.
It is the worst voice acting ever.
But Josh, I can't say that I agree with your point of view.
I am very excited to agree with you in your point of view, so let me express it by stopping oddly.
And not even in the William Shatner way either.
Yeah, it's not even a dramatic pause. It's just there.
And we know why, because you've seen enough shows that are dubbed. You know that it's because they're trying to match lip movement.
Yeah, and I get that, but
it's
that's my negative.
Poorly.
Is the quality of the English voice acting for the Chief, especially.
That's the only thing I liked. That guy.
Jerry?
Yeah.
You like Jerry? Oh wow, that's the first. Usually a character that me and Mike generally have not cared for at all.
You like Captain Incompetence?
I was about to say, he's a bag of hammers, but he's trying.
That's right. Jerry Motto, folks. He's a bag of hammers, but he sure tries hard.
That may be a t-shirt on our store in the not too distant future. Captain Incompetence. He's a bag of hammers, but he tries.
I can respect he tried.
Travis Bannister, we need you to get on that artwork quick. But anyway.
God, this show.
So, how much time have we killed so far? We're about 12 minutes in. So, Dave, you got 18 minutes. Go for it.
Realistically, what do I not like? Let's start with the first episode. There's a robot from Japan that looks Egyptian. Okay? I've never seen this. Maybe there's an explanation. Who cares? Number 2, jetpacks. Everybody's got jetpacks? Sometimes. Sometimes they're on the character. Sometimes they're not. How about a little continuity? Number 2, they're flying to the sun. They made the robot fly to the sun. That's not how this works!
For the record, just because I thought I remember this, Giant Robo, at least in this show, is originally built by Gargoyle. So he's not a Japanese robot. He's one of Gargoyle's robots, and Japan captured it.
Okay.
So that might explain the
Egyptian motif.
So he is technically a Gargoyle gang,
who rearms him? Who refuels him?
You saw the hanger.
If I might use my retainer voice, David, I can tell you exactly how Giant Robo, because he is run completely on nuclear power.
Okay.
Legitimately, in the anime, they keep him in a reactor silo. And basically, all of the missiles and stuff are hand-loaded by a support team.
Okay. Just so much
But then again, you would not get that from these 2 episodes.
No. So much of this show is just so... Put your visor down. What's the point of a third of the stuff they're not doing? Who gives a 12-year-old a fucking gun?
Well, to be fair, no one gives that 12-year-old the gun to him. He just steals. They keep taking it from him, and he keeps stealing it back.
Originally, when he gets the gun, it's because he lifted it off of Captain Obvious over here.
The 11-year-old girl is in a different scene, and she's shooting at the firing range with no kind of safety in mind. Just, shoot over everybody's head because I'm a better shot. Just, everything about this show makes me mad. I hate watching the show, and I will probably never watch it again. I usually am the one who walks into something and go, we got to give it a little culture basis. We got to give it a little time basis. This is crap. It's just a crap from a time machine.
Well, Dave, tell us how you really feel.
Well, Dave.
Yes.
I'm sorry you feel that way, but...
Okay, so that guy, he's wearing his suit like everyone else in episode 11 and decides to show up in a fedora and a gray three-piece suit in episode 12. Did he have a hot date after work?
Maybe.
He had time? I mean, he's going to go to karaoke?
I mean, he is U1, so...
Is he?
No, he's the commander, so yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Just... So wait,
Rank
the kid outranks Judo Kid?
No, the lower your number, the higher up the rank you are.
It means when you were recruited by...
The kid is U7.
Oh, I thought he was U3 and the other guy was U7.
Jerry Mono is U3.
Oh, okay. My bad. I had it backwards.
Which does kind of make you wonder why the kid doesn't outrank Jerry, but...
Because, I mean, he has the giant robot.
Yeah.
And, that is one thing that bothered me is in that episode with the sand monster where Johnny's like, should we take Giant Robo? And Mono is like, we don't need the Giant Robo. Fool! You always need the Giant Robot!
It's like this kid's got like 2 jobs, apparently.
His name's in the title.
Steal guns, control the robot. You know, and the guy keeps telling everybody to do their job. You know, it's like, hey, you know how you've been reviewing this show? Keep reviewing this show. And then walks off mad. It's like telling the guard to guard and the chef to chef. It's like, this is what they do. It's on their little blue name tag.
So...
That and there's also Dr. Botnus's very great stealth technology.
Oh my god! And then so the monster, they shoot him and he gets bigger. So how does the robot defeat him? By vigorously throwing him to the ground
with a keto, because it's using his strength against him and not direct harm. But like I said, that's how I'm looking at it. But I get your grief with it.
The Gorn was more convincing, and he's bad. Very, very bad.
So, Josh, closing thoughts on these couple episodes of Johnny Sako.
Like I said, I mean, I bought the ticket. I'm still taking the ride. I'm not going to stop until we finish it to its conclusion because Spider-Man's coming, folks.
Yes, it is. That's the next thing that Josh and I are watching when we get done with Johnny Sako. Is we're going to watch.
However,
Spider-Man.
as far as there have been episodes that have been like surprisingly good, and then there are episodes that are not so great, and this was definitely. These pairs were definitely not so great.
Yeah. I won't give my closing thoughts because Dave's are going to be far more entertaining.
I doubt it. Mine's going to be very simple.
Okay, we'll go ahead and give yours.
1, they wouldn't let me commit seppuku with Sabu. 2, it is still better than Dragon Ball Z.
Well, you can go...
Trolls! Get your typing in!
Permission to get sideways?
Permission granted.
Dragon Ball Z! All of them!
Oh, God. Okay, folks, so if you...
Let the hate run through you, internet troll!
We know there's comments coming. His name is Dave. You can identify, he's down below. His channel's Ladeus Oakenbow. Go find him. You can leave comments there, too. He does Blood Bowl stuff.
Used to.
Used to.
Yeah.
Season over?
Yeah, not just stopped. I've kind of stopped. Blood Bowl, while fun to play, most people don't want to watch an hour-and-a-half game.
I have been, but...
Have you?
Yeah, I've actually been watching your channel. So.
Wow.
Ditto.
Well, thank you.
You now have a total viewership of 4. But
we do the review shows for the. We were doing the review shows for the organization I was in.
Yeah.
And that's fun, going over the teams, talking how people's...
Like Sports Center.
Yeah, kind of. Well, I mean, I've never watched Sports Center, so I'm supposing we're doing it really poorly compared to them. But it's still fun. We give our reviews because you build your team, and then we who don't play your team give you our ideas of what's going on, and it gives you 3 different points of view. It can be fun. But yeah, I'm gonna looking into do something else. I want to do a different Let's Play.
Okay. Well, if you want to leave him some comments directly,
yeah, come on over.
Ladeus Oakenbow.
Let the hate flow through.
But do keep in mind that Josh and I are both just like, this is 2 subpar episodes, but we're enjoying the show so far. So, no, there were bad episodes. Just if you would like to see them, we'll be happy to show them.
No, I'm done.
I mean, honestly, we could have just a whole day of Johnny Sako Day.
Yeah, I mean, we could do...
I could nap. I'm old enough.
So, folks, the next time that it's just me and Josh again, we're gonna wind up watching episodes 13 and 14 of Johnny Sako. So that's gonna be Josh. I'm just gonna read you the titles. You tell me what you think. Episode 13 is Opticon Must Be Destroyed.
Again, another monster that sounds like a prescription medication with bad side effects.
I thought he was a side robot from Transformers.
If I told you it was a massive eyeball trailed by grotesque tentacles.
All right, I'm done.
Business is picking up, son. All right.
So the other one will be the monstrous flying jawbone.
That actually sounds kind of awesome.
So, folks, that'll be the next episode of Johnny Sako that Josh and I will watch at some point in the future here. So, I do believe Dave is using the bathroom now. So, folks, of course, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give us a thumbs down. Regardless, let us know why Dave ruined this video for you in the comments below. If you want to talk to us, we're at Geek Carolina on all kinds of social media. And, of course, you can find us on Facebook, Denzicaster on Facebook, spelled just like it says in the title down below. There's links to everything in the description below. And, of course, you can help us out. Hit the subscribe button if you don't mind. That really does help us out here. Check out Josh on Chopsaki Cinema here on Wednesdays. And you can pick up some cool merch, like the shirts we're wearing, or the one that Dave had on before he decided to abandon ship. And that you can find at cafepress.com/Geek Carolina. Until next time, for Dave the Head, I'm Mike.
I'm Josh.
And we'll see you on Denzicaster.
Woo woo!